So you want to be a rock star social dancer. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 secrets to better social dancing. My name is Brian B. from Social Dance Online, and we do social dancing. The first secret is that leaders and followers are going to need a different approach. So we're going to talk through leaders first. Leaders, the approach that you need to have is the understanding that most really good social dancers, even high-level professionals, even me, only have 6 or 8 moves that they can stuff in their brain at one time. So your approach as a leader is to come up with a set of patterns in each dance style that you are comfortable with, that you can master. Don't worry about boring your followers because I only know 6 or 8 moves. But if I can dance them in different ways and appropriately for my followers, I can keep the dance very interesting for them. It's very comfortable for me because it's within my set of moves. So that's secret number 1 for the leaders. The approach is only having a set of moves that you're super comfortable with. Don't worry about boring people, and don't worry about someone else on the dance floor that seems to have cooler moves. I'll tell you a story about that in a second. For the followers, the approach is different. You can't know all the moves that all of us leaders are going to know, so you need to actually understand your basic footwork and the possibilities. So you need to move yourself by yourself. If you know a dance and you can't do the foxtrot basic all by yourself to music, you're not able to move your body well enough. So when I lead something, it's not that you don't know the move, it's that you just don't have the awareness of the types of moves that you might be led in. Which comes to pro tip number 1 for a different approach. How we approach group class is going to, or private lessons even, is going to be different for the leaders and followers. Leaders, I want you to focus on how the move works, what you need to do to turn to promenade, what you need to do to turn back, what you need to do to lead that move. The big picture of the move is more important and what you need to do. A little bit less important for the footwork. Obviously, we all need to know our basic footwork and stay on time and all that jazz, but once we're past that point, you're going to focus on how the moves work, and you have a little bit more room for error with the exact footwork. Followers, however, need to really understand their footwork for the different patterns. So that is going to be your primary focus in your classes and lessons, is moving your own body and understanding the different types of positions and the different types of movements that you're going to be responsible for, and that's going to make the leader's job a little bit better because they're going to be focusing on those little details for each move. On to secret number 2. All right, secret number 2 is that the best social dancers dance a lot. It takes a long time to get good at anything, and you might walk in a room and think that everyone is really good. They could just be a few weeks ahead of you, but the really, really good people have been dancing a long time. So we need to make sure, to be a good social dancer, that we're dancing a lot. What does that look like? What does that mean? We need to go to social dances and dance with as many people as possible. We need to dance to music as much as possible. I know that people struggle with staying on time, but getting in that environment and that social dance environment is going to be super important. It's also important to dance with partners of different levels. Some that are better than you, so you know that you're the limiting factor. Some that are worse than you, so you can practice your lead and follow skills with different people, and playing in between that's going to go a long way. Now, how do we, when we're insecure and we're uncomfortable, how do we get in and put ourselves in a mindset to be able to interact with this weird social dance world and ask different people? First of all, is just to be a positive person and be smiling and be approachable so that you can ask other people to dance. Now, I know culturally it's the boys ask the girls, but it's 2025. Everyone can ask everyone. We're there to dance, and the more times that followers ask leaders, the easier it gets for everybody. Now, I know that some of us have some anxiety around that. I'm going to share a story with Miss Megan, who's off camera, professional dancer. She's not super comfortable. We did a dance cruise recently, and she's a teacher. She's supposed to dance with everyone. Everyone thinks she's really good, and Megan's not super comfortable asking people she just doesn't know. So her solution is to just make friends and have conversations with people so that, hey, I already know you. I'm just talking to a friend and asking a friend to dance. So putting yourself in that mindset is going to make you feel more confident and comfortable in that environment. Now, once we're social dancing, what can we do in that environment to help level up our game? First things first, kind of goes off the positive thing, never correct your partner. I have yet to hear a story where anyone corrected another person on a dance floor socially. It's never a good thing. As a teacher, I really try not to do it unless it's a student that I have rapport with that specifically asked me. Outside of that, I would never correct anyone. Practices, private lessons are good spots for those types of discussions to go on. With your teacher, that might be an opportunity to ask questions, but on the social dance floor, we're never asking for feedback or giving feedback. I've seen it work opposite, where you ask for feedback and you just open the door for someone to tell you a bunch of garbage that's not going to help. It's going to confuse you. So never correcting someone on the dance floor is a big key to getting in those reps. Also, this is going to be very practical. Two things. Number one, be honest about your ability. So as a leader, I'm going to be honest about what I can and can't lead. Maybe I'm trying stuff that's just above my comfort zone, but I might tell my partner, hey, I'm working on this move. It might not go great. I'd like to give it a couple, 3 tries. Good rule for a leader, 2, max 3 tries at a move that's not working. Anything more than 3, my rule is generally 2, but anything more than 3 makes the follower feel like it's their fault, which kind of comes back to being honest. If you say, hey, I'd like to try this a couple more times to see if I can understand the lead to this, great. Don't ask for feedback, just try your best to lead and or follow. And my final tip when you go out social dancing is to have a goal. So my job might be to just dance my beginner patterns today, or my job might be to work on my connection, or as the follower, my job might be to work on my technique and my turns. So having a singular goal each time you go out dancing, as soon as you get that technique or move, then check the box, you're one step further. And speaking of one step further, we have number 3 to come. So tip number 3 is that the best social dancers understand music really well. So what does that sound like? Number 1, they understand which dance styles are which when they're new. Is this a foxtrot? Is this a waltz? Is this a rumba? Is this a cha-cha? So in the beginning, you might just hear a song, and if you only know cha-cha, you'll hear cha-cha in everything. As you get more subtle, you might be able to tell the difference between cha-cha and rumba and nightclub and bolero. They're all subtle differences. So from the beginning stage, you just want to listen to music a lot. Listen to it in your car. Imagine that you're dancing to it. You can start to put your moves to the music in your head. There's psychology around that. That alone will help make you better. The practice doesn't end when your body stops moving. The practice ends when your mind stops moving. So listening to music, trying to identify the dance styles, understanding the subtleties of the dance styles. This will especially help you if you struggle with staying on time, staying on beat to the music. That's a super common struggle, and by listening to music and hearing the music and feeling the beat and then imagining dancing to it, Emily's nodding her head behind the camera. She agrees. So by doing that over and over, on and off the dance floor, you'll start to connect things and connect to the music. And the best dancers are able to connect the subtleties of the music to their movements, but not right from the jump. It's not that they had this magical ability. They developed it over a long period of time, dancing a lot of reps on the social dance floor, being a good partner, understanding their moves, understanding their footwork, listening to a lot of music, imagining dancing to music, and then actually dancing to music. Everything will hopefully come together. Speaking of come together, I've got 2 cool things for you. I've set this playlist out right here. These are our 3 biggest keys or secrets to better cha-cha, better East Coast, better waltz, ballroom dancing. So if you're kind of in this mindset of how do I be better, click on this playlist and find the dance style that you're really trying to improve, and that will help. And then speaking of which will help, over here is our free resources page. We have some of our best free resources that we have over on our website. You can download them free right here. Music lists, an ebook for social dancers, lots of cool stuff. Check it out right there, and we'll see you on a dance floor soon.